Lord, I had a big fire now. But anyway, I had one. I got one there as a bearing. But anyway, time I got it in, it was too late
Do you have any favorites? I'm going to send you this link. Can you check to make sure that it's streaming?
I'll be looking forward to the part where we went to I always got to break.
Make sure I have the right link.
I'm helping out as much as I can.
Here's another darling right here.
I'm helping as much as I can. Get you in the shade. I am Martin's wife. Martin Ryan.
Lord mercy, it's been a long time since hey, I just see your sweetheart.
Yep, she's my sweetheart. She has been for 73 years.
Oh, boy.
Now I know that.
You and Jim got still alive. They made 60 years. Oh, yeah. But they were sweethearts.
Does it work?
Third grade. Yeah, well, that makes 71 years.
There we go.
That is Jim. I just think about him.
Let me see.
60 years.
Try this again. Share.
1 year been sweethearts.
She's got a heart of steel. I tell you. She's got that. Her like he does everybody else.
One of the Blackman girls told me that Jim got a whole Jim. You just wouldn't turn loose of it.
I just email it to myself. Send it anyway. I don't care if it has a subject line. Stomach fly, go away. Why is it not working? It's pissing me off.
Yeah, it's live.
Is it live now?
Yeah, because I just moved your hair and it reacted.
On mine, right?
Cody and Jess and all the boys at it.
I don't think it'll let me join since I'm not on internet.
You know, the way I'm going on my time, they could probably make it here.
Okay, yeah, it's
Let's
working.
just be honest.
That second link works?
Yeah,
And Joyce called me. She like, I'm like, we're close.
it's a little
I'm
delayed, but
sitting here going to try to I said, break into it. I broke into the cookies all the way up there.
really
Did you
good.
really? I'm like, hey, there's a trick with you.
I'm doing a hotspot. Can't be helped.
Your boy, Joe.
It's real
No, oh yeah, yep. No, they're not here. They want to be playing baseball today, but I just stopped them and they just canceled it because the field got too much water. But yeah, yeah. Oh,
Babe, I resent that link. Can you just forward it to everybody? The first one didn't work, so I just had to resend her another one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell him.
He's raced 6 times. He's taken 4 first place and second place.
Okay.
Sorry,
He's doing good.
I'm having connection internet issues.
He has no fear.
That is a pretty urn.
The other 2 are baseball players. The middle one's a baseball player.
No touchy, please. Don't unplug that, please. I don't unplug. Haley,
Haley.
don't unplug that. I
Haley,
need that.
no.
I need that. Doesn't show anybody's on. There's one person.
Robin or Jessica?
I don't know. I am not checking right now. Yeah.
I know her.
This way I can move it where I want to move it.
He asked me who they were. I'm like, no. And so I got closer, and then I saw who it was. I'm like, it's Jamie.
If they want to chat, they can. I left the chat open. It is whoever eventual mama is. I think it's Jessica.
Okay, my cousin said it's online, so.
I see people are on. If you guys were wanting to hide the gravestone, you guys did not.
No, I don't.
No, Cheryl.
No,
The wind is.
I know. We gotta put the wind on it.
y'all need those like balloons, weight things. Stick on balloons.
Martin got his grandson James just got rained out.
No, no, no touchies. No touchies.
You're on delay.
But anyway,
You can watch, Haley, but no touchy, okay?
okay, what after
Hey,
I would say if they don't get on, it's their fault. They were all told. And it's being
he's
videoed.
missing. Johnny Mike.
There, Johnny Mike, Colleen, Kimmy, or no, Kimmy's on there, Danielle,
Danielle.
Taryn, and Micah.
Well, it's well after one. They could have gotten on and maybe hopped off because I don't know.
They didn't have the link.
The link text just went out, so they got the
So they
text.
had to get, yeah. Let's just do it.
Let's go.
And we'll send them the video.
There's 5 on now. You're
Okay.
All right. You want to start?
Yes.
Nathaniel, go.
It's okay. It's okay.
You're good. You're okay. It's okay. You're good. Do you want to turn around? It's good and play. Okay, turn around and play. Do you want to just skip this part for a second? And okay, we're gonna skip this for just a minute. You're on.
Okay, thank you all for coming
You're good,
today. We celebrate the life of Betty Fitzgerald. The woman we're remembering today was a woman of great character. She was loving and kind, full of adventure, had a great head on her shoulders, and believed that she could accomplish anything that she could set her mind to. And that was a wonderful way to live her life. And in most cases, she did that exactly how she lived. The Get Together is meant to be a celebration. It's not meant to be a downer or a funeral. This is a memorial, a time to remember and tell stories and to enjoy each other's company just as Betty would have preferred. So I'd like to begin thinking about the story you'd like to tell about her, because in a moment you'll have a chance to tell your favorite memory of her. So we begin thinking about that, and that'll honor her and honor her family, and it'll be a very good thing. I want to start things off with the scripture, and it's a scripture where Jesus is with his disciples, and they're kind of worried about the future, wondering how they're going to do things without him being there. And Jesus is trying to reassure them. John 14:1-3, do not let your hearts be troubled. Believe in God, believe also in me. My Father's house has many rooms. If that were not so, would I have told you that I'm going there to prepare a place for you? And if I go to prepare a place for you, I will come back and take you with me, so that you may be where I am also. And we know that Betty was a believer, and so she's experiencing this firsthand, experiencing the love, the goodness of her Savior in her God, and so she's at peace and in a place of joy, and we've come today to remember the good life that she's doing. So Robin's going to read the
Maybe. We all know Grandma, but Betty Fitzgerald, lovingly known as Grandma, Grandma Betty, and Grandma Mimi, passed away peacefully at the age of 98 on April 10, 2025. Born in 1926, Betty lived a long and beautiful life marked by devotion to her family, quiet strength, and a deep appreciation of life's simple joys. She was a nurturing mother to John Martin Fitzgerald, Colleen Wheeler, Mary Beth Ball, and a proud grandmother to Dina, Shonda, Nikki, Kimberly, Micah, Zachary, Casey, Jessica, Danielle, and Robin. Her legacy lives on through her many great-grandchildren and great-great-grandchildren who brought life and laughter into her life. Light and laughter into her life. Betty was a woman of many talents and gentle passions. She enjoyed gardening. I'm reading the wrong one. It's okay. Uh, sorry. Betty was a true jack of all trades, working at Western Union, Brandon Sand and Gravel.
Scientific products.
Hold on. Let me start over. Erase that for a moment. Let's see. Betty lived through nearly a century of change, always meeting life's seasons with grace, humor, and resilience. As a young girl, she rode her beloved horse to school every day, punched a boy in the face for calling her a red-headed woodpecker, and once saved up a whole dime to see a whale on a train. Early glimpses of her adventurous spirit and determined heart. She was a devoted grandmother. Betty was a true jack of all trades, working at Western Union, Brandon Sand and Gravel, American Hospital Supply, King Supers, and of all, her favorite, Frederick's Fabric, due to her love of sewing. After retiring, Betty enjoyed traveling and spending time with loved ones across Colorado, Kansas, and Oklahoma, and Florida. She lived for a time in Florida with her son John Martin before returning to Colorado, where she shared her days with her daughters, Colleen Wheeler and Mary Beth Ball, eventually making her home at Covenant Beach Village, where she was lovingly cared for and lived peacefully for the remainder of her life. Betty had a heart for nurturing, whether it was tending to her plants, cooking more meals from scratch, solving crossword puzzles, and creating beautiful art, and sewing with loving hands. Her creativity reflected the beauty she saw in the world and kept her young at heart. She was known for her gentle humor, strong spirit, and sparkle in her eyes that lit up every room she entered. To know Betty was to know comfort, kindness, and unconditional love. Her home was a haven, her hugs unforgettable, and her stories filled with wisdom and wit. Though we mourn her passing, we celebrate the gift of her life, a life that touched so many and leaves behind a legacy of love, faith, and joy that will continue to bloom in all of us.
We know that memorial services like these are for the living. It's for us to celebrate together, gather around each other, share up people we love. So it would be a great kindness for Mary Beth and for Robin and for everybody else if you would take a moment to share a brief moment and share your favorite story of Betty. How she touched you, what she meant to you that day.
Betty came to my house to take care of her brother. Her little brother. She was very successful. And I was her little baby. And sometimes she made my life miserable because I couldn't do anything for him but her. But it was fun. It was never nothing derogatory or nothing. It was just that way. She was so loving with the family on that. And she taught me how to do a lot of things. And we were super close. And she came and spent same time because when she passed, I went to work and I knew she was a good person. But that's what she wanted to do. We wanted some time and we gave each other room. But it was nothing back. I'm just being still. On that, I love Betty with all my heart. And she came after me. I've been raised with her in corporate. And she came after me and took me to the farm. Okay, the mom and dad played breakfast dinner. We get on the board and relax and then chill. But man was at 9 Christmas until it was closed. And all the things that was going on here, it's just such a precious memory of each one of them from Barry, from Corey, Uncle Bill, and then Laura, and all of their sisters and kids with the quilts. And I remember Red going to them and said, do you have to have made things for the bed instead of doing something in the bed? And they all like to beat them up. But it was just that, and she was a joy, really. She was a giver. She was a giver. She was not a taker. Anybody else?
I have one from Casey, my cousin Casey out in Colorado. Just kind of a little deal. Casey, I think out of us grandkids was the closest with grandma. And so he, his, his deal is Irish Betty Fitzgerald. I was blessed and the luckiest man alive to have her as my grandmother. Betty was the most prideful person I have been privileged of having in my life. If you knew Betty, you knew all the things she was proud of in her life. And even if you didn't know Betty, there was a great chance around the nursing home that you would hear rumors of her holding ribbon on her and her painting of her tiger. Growing up, Betty took pride in making her family the best meals. Chicken fried chicken, potato soup with homemade dumplings, and the best white gravy that still makes my mouth water just thinking about it. She was a proud chef and enjoyed watching others smile and enjoyed the food she prepared. She was proud of her family and grandchildren, and at an early age, I remember Grandma Betty sewing us grandchildren Superman matching PJs. I remember wearing them every night to bed. When Betty made something, it was done right with no shortcuts or mistakes. My whole life growing up, and ever since then, Superman has always been my favorite comic book hero. She was the superhero grandmother that would save the day always and help her family. Anything she did with pride. Whether in Colorado or Florida, Betty loved and seeked relaxation in gardening. She was so proud of the garden and the flowers she had in Florida. Every time I would talk to her, she would share photographs and she would smile, would have a smile ear to ear to show off what she was so proud of. I didn't know if it was the Irish in Betty that made her so prideful, but she changed my life to always be proud of what we have and what we have done. I am proud to call Betty Fitzgerald my grandmother.
Well, Betty would come down and visit me during the summer, and she was always so cheerful in the mornings, and I'm a grump. She'd have me a cup of coffee fixed, whether I wanted it or not, whether I drank coffee or not, I drank it. And she'd say, well, what are we going to do today? What kind of trouble can we get in today? I said, I don't know. Let me get dressed and we'll go find out. And she read her books every night to go to bed. And I wouldn't hear anything. So on my way to bed, I always stayed up later. I would peek through or open the door and peek in at her, and she would be sound asleep with that book laying across her face. So I knew she was okay. She was asleep. But those are the best memories I have because we were never really together until after she retired and to come and visit. She was a worker, and she really supported her family, sometimes a lot. Without help. She was she was a fighter, she was a warrior, and she was incredibly honest and respected lady.
Sharing those memories and those thoughts. My name is Jason. I'm a neighbor of Robin and Nick and their families. My daughter Miley, their family, they're classmates, and have hung out over the years together. And they asked me, I'm a pastor in Tulsa, and they asked me to come and officiate the service. I was happy to do so. I'm happy to be here with you. I love sharing the stories of Betty. I didn't ever meet her, but I've spoken at length with Robin and Mary Beth and got some stories. I love the story of the idea that she saved a dime to go and see and touch a whale. A whale had washed up on the eastern shore somewhere, and some guy had this idea that let's pack it in ice and take it across the country and return it. And I just thought, how cool is that? I grew up in Bartlesville and thought, man, if a whale would have come through my town when I was a kid, I would definitely have saved up. So I love the idea that she's done that. I love the idea that she went whitewater rafting in the 60s. And I've been whitewater rafting a lot. I grew up 20 years in youth pasture. And so my quota is full on roller coasters, whitewater rafting, and all that kind of thing. And I always fell out of the raft. I'm a little top heavy, you know. And I always fell out of the raft, and so I hated going whitewater rafting. I just love the idea that this woman, this spark plug, decided to go whitewater rafting. It's going to be great. She apparently had a great time. I love the idea that she among that, it seems like she's a woman who had a great time whatever she was doing. And I think that's a mindset, and that's an awesome mindset to have. And that's the kind of lady I would like to have gotten to know. Um, I heard a story about how she was on a boat trip, one of those airboat rides, and an alligator had come up and kind of challenged the boat a little bit, and she didn't flinch at all. She started to hit it with a chain. Wasn't scared of the alligator. That gator's not getting my food. I love that. It's feisty. She wasn't scared. She was determined. I love the idea of these words. These are the words that I kept hearing over and over about her. That she had a big, wonderful laugh. That she always made you feel loved. That she was playful. She was basically was an artist, was fun, was a teacher. And I heard this over and over, so I'll say it again. That she made sure you were loved. And I think that is a wonderful testimony and a wonderful attribute. How great would it be if all of our individual lives people said that about us? This world would be a little bit less of a dark place. It would be a little bit brighter and wonderful. So I am a pastor, so I want to give a short message of hope today, and I'm not going to be evangelical or anything like that. I like the idea that the Bible brings comfort. And in Psalm 103, you think King David wrote that psalm. You should go back and read it. It's only 22 verses. And it's a wonderful little psalm, and in it starts talking about the blessings when you know God. And instead, it's 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet. I don't know if David did that on purpose, but the Bible tends to have a purpose. I think that maybe there's something to that. And he starts writing in the first 5 or 6 verses. He starts writing about what the blessings of God are, what the blessings for the individual who knows God. And the way you translate it, blessing is probably not the right translation for the word. The real translation should be kindness. So David starts reading this psalm talking about kindness that God shows you when you believe in Him and know Him. And so that's what I want to talk about today. Because many, having been believers, experience kindness. The first one that David talks about is the kindness of God that we receive, that He forgives us of our sins. We've all done something wrong to somebody else. We've all wronged somebody in our lives. And I know that sometimes in my life, I was kind of a rebellious kid. I did things on purpose, and would hurt people, hurt my parents, that sort of thing. And so all I could ever do was ask for forgiveness of them. They could forgive me or not. But what the psalm is telling us is, if you believe God, we can go to Him at any time and say, I know that I've wronged some people. I know that I've done something wrong. I'm seeking forgiveness, and He will grant that to us and give that to us. And lift that away from us. That's a wonderful thing. The second kindness that He shows us is that He cures us of our diseases and makes us whole. Now, the Christians would say that miracles happen when things. I've been sick several times over the last 10 years, and I believe that God has cured me of my disease. Sometimes the way He cures you, but if you leave, He takes you home. It makes you glorify and say, just as our the first would be the kindness He shows us. He redeems us. He lifts us up. He makes us better. He gives us a hope. He calls us. In the psalm, it's called the steadfast love that He shows. And the steadfast love is not a love that is wishy-washy words. It causes emotion. The steadfast love is a love that never ends. It's something that rock solid depends on. No, over and over and over. And God says that if you are His child, that you get His steadfast love that never ends and is always there. And that's a wonderful thing. The fourth kindness God shows us to be satisfied. He makes us whole. He makes us content in what we're doing. Even when things are going wrong, we can say, let's do more. And it makes sense. It's a good thing. It's kindness. Good times and bad times. We're going to be hurt. I think we'll be okay. The last thing that David mentions in that psalm is the fifth kindness is that He keeps you young. Isaiah says, be a hope. Walk over the weary, run on your faith. One theologian, Charles Spurgeon, said that this psalm is the psalm of demonstration. Another one said that we should quote the psalm daily because it's a kind of gift. There's a goal. So maybe Betty's life and I will capture well with this psalm. Like, when I hear about her, all of these attributes are there in her life. And that's a wonderful thing. So my first thing is to you to We have some say some phrase. We have some poems that are English or read by different people. Pray for us. Lord Jesus, thank you for this time. Thank you for this good life that many have lived. Thank you for the sweet memories and the comfort of being around Christian family. And I pray, God, that you would put the Holy Spirit upon us. Comfort and they feel good about our interaction with them. Have a
Shots.
Well, I'm first.
You're first.
Okay, so this poem is called When Tomorrow Starts Without Me. When tomorrow starts without me, and I'm not there to see, if the sun should rise and find your eyes all filled with tears for me, I know how much you love me as much as I love you. And each time that you think of me, I know you'll miss me too. So when tomorrow starts without me, don't think we're far apart, for every time you think of me, I'm right here in your heart.
Now yours.
Oh, now mine? My
Yeah.
own personal one, in case I didn't have one to read, was going to be, this is for Aunt Betty. Roses are red and violets are blue, and for everyone that showed up today, Aunt Betty says thank you.
Martin, quit kissing the girls and read the poem.
Oh, I got to put my eyes on it first.
All right.
Listen, her journey's just begun. Don't think of her as gone away. Her journey has just begun. Life holds so many facets. The earth is only one. Just think of her as resting from the sorrows and the tears, in a place of warmth and comfort where there are no days or years. Think how she must be wishing that we could know today how nothing but our sadness can really pass away. And think of her as living in our hearts of those she's touched, for nothing loved is never lost, and she has loved so much.
Zachary's turn.
This is Do Not Stand at My Grave and Weep. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. I am a thousand winds that blow. I am the diamond glints on snow. I am the sunlight in ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. When you awaken in the morning's hush, I am the soft, swift, uplifting rush. The quiet birds and circling flight, I am the soft stars in the shine at night. Do not stand in my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die. Got one more that's a Cherokee blessing. May the warm winds of heaven blow softly upon your house. May the Great Spirit bless all who enter them. May your moccasins make your happy tracks in my snow, and may the rainbow go always touch your shoulder.
Hey. Our mom gave us the world. Our mom gave us the world. Put it right at our feet. And with her at our side, there was nothing we could not do. Our mom was a woman who taught us to never lose sight. So, trying to be female free, she taught us to fight. She has shown us how, through times of much sorrow, to look to the future and new days of tomorrow. Even though times may be hard and we all feel his pain, remember this too shall pass, even the clouds and the rain today. So it is with heavy hearts and tears in my eyes that we lay her to rest and say our last goodbye. Go for it.
Okay, I'm going to this one.
Okay. We talked about how much Grandma loved flowers, and this poem and the pieces here, hopefully show a little bit of Grandma today. And this
called My Mother Kept a Garden. My mother kept a garden of the heart. She planted all the good things and gave my life a start. She turned me to the sunshine and encouraged me to dream, fostering and nurturing the seeds of self-esteem. And when the winds and rain came, she protected me enough, but not too much because she knew I need to stand up strong and tough. Her constant good example always taught me right from wrong, markers for my pathway that will last a lifetime long. I am my mother's garden. I am her legacy. And I hope today that she feels the love reflected back from me. This poem symbolizes so much about Grandma, whether she was your sister, your mom, your aunt, your cousin, your great grandmother, your grandmother, or simply a friend. There's no doubt that she touched every single one of our lives. With her bright blue eyes, infectious laughter, grace, love, and amazing storytelling, she planted a seed within all of us. I would ask each of you to look deep into your years of life with Grandma and imagine that seed that she planted, the love that you shared, sorry, your time spent together, memories you made. Think of all the good times filled with love and laughter, of how much she made you feel like family, made you feel like home. Every hug shared, every smile, every tear, and trips even that you've taken together. Now I invite each of you to please come up and choose a flower that symbolizes that seed that Grandma planted in each one of you. And then place the flower upon the ground where Grandma will be laid to rest. To send a seed of warmth and welcome arms back to heaven with her.
Oh, Haley.
And the family that's not in attendance today, we're going to choose flowers to represent them as well. To symbolize their seeds of love, respect, and memories with Grandma as well. Just give me 1 minute. Rosa, I forgot to give you an extra rose for Bud. You want to pick another one for Bud? Joy, same for you for Joe. You two will be the first. Why do we all take the snakes to stick? The idea of ours is we're going to put it on her in just a second. Just give it a minute. I'm all filling up with water.
We had a funny story shared via the online chat from
Okay, you read
Gina.
those while we're waiting.
Gina says the funniest thing I heard from Grandma when she was upset at being cut off in traffic was chicken lips.
Yeah, oh, she would. You chicken lips. Sometimes somebody cut her off in traffic.
I didn't swear. Huh? I thought that's why it's funny.
Wherever you want to put off. Keep going, honey. Joyce, did you put yours down? Okay.
I didn't bring my foot. Should I have brought my foot? No.
My sister Carol, who passed away. My sister Cheryl, who passed away. My sister Colleen, who couldn't take it. I mean, Zach. Micah, Zach, Dina. Robin, you got.
It's not my great grandma.
For my cousin Dina.